got her daddy's car and she cruised to the hamburger stand now.
Welcome back to Gun Motor Slingers. I don't know. Whatever the heck we are.
Yeah, that's right.
Right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we're here, of course, with Leon the Motorman and his sidekick George. But we got to get real quick and do a little bit of stuff because a lot of good news happened this week up in Excremento.
Come on.
So let's get to Rick at the CRPA. Rick, how are you?
I'm having a good week.
I know you are.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll sit back and gloat and just let you go. Go ahead.
Bring it in.
So we had this little bill that was being thrown at us called AB 1333, which was put out by Assemblyman Zabur there in the Hollywood Hills.
Right.
That would have removed your right to defend yourself. He's whined, he's cried, he's talked about us misleading people, misinforming people, but it was very clear what his bill did and what it was designed to do to all of us. And enough public pressure was mounted. Law enforcement agencies, the CRPA, and other groups throughout the state of California, Gun Owners of California, et cetera, came together and formed a very powerful coalition. And the bill was amended to try to make himself look good. It's still a mess. And so he finally pulled it on Friday. And so the bill is now dead for the session.
Hey, big round of applause.
It should be dead forever.
Yeah, well, it's California.
Yeah, I understood.
But yeah, it's a huge win. But it is, I'll tell everybody, this is something that we now have to look. The left is going to try to whittle our rights away by saying we don't have the right to defend ourselves and we have to do crazy things. And so the good news is we've got a really good, strong coalition. That coalition is going to get stronger because we are not going to let up.
Good.
Amen to that.
So, yeah, that's good news, and I'll see you guys next week.
Leave us on a good note, right?
Wait a minute. Is that all the good news you got?
Well, no, we have lots of other good news. I mean, we're still waiting on court cases, so I don't have any of the answers to any of the questions you ask me every week because we're still waiting on the court cases. But, yeah, we have other positive bills that are moving through, and we have some hearings coming up next week, so I'll be excited to talk to you about how those go. But we still have about 7 positive Second Amendment and pro-conservation bills that are moving through their appropriate committees. And so things are looking positive. And it looks like we might get at least 2, if not 3 pieces of positive legislation through the thing into the governor's desk. Now, what happens there, who knows? But we'll at least get to that point.
Well, maybe he'll be too busy doing podcasts to notice that it's a pro-2.
Or maybe he'll actually sign one just so he can look like,
what a hero.
Bipartisan.
Yeah, I heard someone use authenticity and Gavin Newsom in the same sentence one day, and
I don't know how you do that without having a stroke.
I told him, I was like, I don't know how you combine those 2 phrases without "un" in front of it.
Well,
so, yeah, absolutely. Rick, I got a quick question. So online, because I jump on so many Pro 2A sites and all that, I've been getting bombarded with CCW online classes that they're trying to put out there that they're going to take them away.
I get a lot of those.
Yeah, plenty of them.
Okay, so I will try my best to handle this. So there are some parts of the country where you can do that. California is not one, and then I go ... yet.
Yes.
There is some state groups like sheriff's offices that are looking at that. They're evaluating that, but no one has made that push yet. So that has been a concern because some people have paid to take those classes, and it's been problematic. You have to realize you have to find out what classes are accepted by your sheriff, and if that particular school is not listed as one of the authorized providers, then you can take the class. You're going to gain knowledge from it, but it's not going to be admissible for you to obtain your CCW.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I just know, and especially being in California, you're always kind of wary of anyone providing services like that, and you need to kind of dot your I's and cross your T's.
I do know San Diego County and a couple other counties are looking at, and part of the reason they're looking at, Jimmy, is because we're going to have people that are taking classes outside the state and then applying for a CCW to the county that they plan to visit here in California, because some changes are coming down the pipe through the Department of Justice as a result of our lawsuit against LA County sheriffs for not issued in a timely manner. And part of what came up was the judge agreed that you can drive a car in any state. You should be able to use your firearm once granted a CCW. So the idea of national reciprocity, we know both of those, a Senate bill and a House bill, are moving through the federal government right now. And so that's going to come down the line. I have no doubt that this president would sign it, but then it's going to take probably, I'm guessing, 3 or 4 years for it to really get enacted nationwide, because there's a lot of differences between states that have open carry, states that have concealed carry with a license, states that are constitutional carry. You don't need a license as long as you're not a felon. So there's going to be some finessing that has to be done.
And a lot of rogue judges, too.
Yeah. We've seen plenty of those lately.
Yeah, right. How's the 4-year CCW bill coming?
That one goes to, looks like the second or the 8th it will go to committee, but it's looking really strong.
Good deal. And what that is because right now, if you get a concealed weapons permit, you have to renew it every 2 years.
Every 2.
And this will...
the initials go to 4 years, and then renewals go to 4 years. So it would be 1 year where some people might only get a 3-year renewal, but that would still be better. But that's just so we can break it up. And it will also lower the cost, because in some places, CCWs can be obtained for under $300, and there's other places that's almost $2,000. So if you're in one of those jurisdictions, it's cost prohibitive, but if you could break that down over 4 years, it might make it so you could actually afford to exercise a right, which that's another thing that we're trying to sue on and go after, because the law is very clear. You're not allowed to charge exorbitant prices, but some agencies have been very creative with that one. So.
Okay, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't ask, but any movement at all on the zombie
That's
bill?
why I tried to get out.
You know it ain't happening.
So yeah, no, we don't know anything. The only thing I can tell you is it's now in, I believe when I was with the lawyers the other day, it's over 10 states now have that issue.
Wow.
And so that does put it, I mean, bad news, it's in over 10 states. Good news, which sounds weird for me to say, but that does put it in multiple circuits. So, you know, even if the Ninth Circuit says, we don't care, we like it, we're going to keep it, the odds now of another circuit overturning it and saying no, that will cause a discrepancy between two circuits that will push it to the Supreme Court for a final decision.
Yeah, interesting. Of course, what we're talking about is the 11%.
The fact that we're paying almost 21% tax on a firearm.
Yeah, or ammo, or pretty much anything else. And what a nightmare for me to do the. You know, people they yell at us like we have anything to do with this. You know.
Well, and here's why they're yelling at you. It's because the left and the people that put this law into place, their messaging is, well, you're not supposed to be paying for it. The manufacturer's supposed to pay for it, but the manufacturer's not going to pay for it. They pass that on to the FFL, and you likewise aren't going to be like, yeah, I'm giving everybody $100 or $200 depending on the price of the firearm credit. You're going to pass it on to the end. So it's disingenuous when Gabriel gets out there and says, hey, this is on the manufacturers. Well, whenever you find a manufacturer, tariff a manufacturer, do anything to a manufacturer, what are they going to do? They're going to pass it on to the stores and the consumers. That's the way it works.
Yeah, and all of this stuff, ultimately, it's the consumer that pays.
Yep.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's
$20 an hour for flipping burgers. Who's going to pay? You go to well, I won't say anybody, but you get a breakfast sandwich and a soda, and it's $12 now. It used to be $1.99.
I just spoke to someone,
or a Big Mac meal that's almost $20. So
yeah. I just spoke to someone this week that wanted to put another firearm in their collection, and they're just irate about another $100 on top of that. And it's like, how can you even enjoy anything you buy when you have to invest so much in it?
But remember, that's what they want to do.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
They want to turn you off and make you go do something different.
At every turn.
It ain't working, but
no.
But and here's my to back on that. When this gets thrown out, because I believe it will. When this tax get killed, how long till the left comes back with the 1 per 30 day? Because see now they're making bank on it. I don't think that's going to happen because Bruin has really reset the plate for that, and a lot of places
have tried the one for 30 have already been defeated because multiple courts have said, "Come on, that's never been in the history." So no, you can't do that.
Well, never underestimate the left.
No, I'm not saying they're not going to try this.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm the guy who works up there. They'll try anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they will.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
We've got more arguments for it than we did when it first came out.
yeah, since
good.
we've already fought it so hard once.
Our last auction in February, our auctions were always about 60-40, in-house 60%, 40 online. And it was 80-20, with 80 being online.
Come on.
We shipped out more firearms this last auction than we ever have. We'd always have the books that where we keep all the FFLs and everything, and we'd have 2 of them. We had to have 4 of them for this last auction. Rick, there's some music. We got to go. Anybody wants to get a hold of you, join or donate their money? How do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, CRPA.org or contact at CRPA.org if you have questions. And God bless all of you. And great to have the Motor Slingers on there as well.
Thank you, sir. Hey, Rick, if you get a minute this week, come by. You ain't going to believe how much stuff we have there right now.
You're so funny. We're in the middle of the hottest battle right now. Like, hey,
never mind.
Well,
good luck and God bless you, Rick.
All right, Rick,
Thank
we'll
you
talk
so
to you next
much.
week.
Bye.
Take care. All right, guys, it's time for phone calls. It's Motor Slingers time. Leon, what's the phone number?
Phone number is 866-870-5752, and I'm waiting for your call.
Give us a call. We're happy to talk to you for the rest of the hour and a half. We'll be right back.
Yeah.